In the quiet city of Patra, Greece, a shocking and heartbreaking story has unfolded, leaving the nation in disbelief. Alpha case so disturbing it sent chills down the spines of those who heard about it. A case that led us to question the very nature of motherhood and trust. Meet Roula Pispirigou, a 34-year-old mother and a trained nurse living an apparently ordinary life. But beneath this facade of normalcy, a dark secret was lurking, a secret so unthinkable it shattered the tranquility of this Greek city and shocked the whole world. Roula stands accused of the most heinous of crimes, the alleged murder of her own flesh and blood, her 3 young daughters. The victims, Georgina, Milena and Iris, were mere children, their lives abruptly and tragically cut short. Their mother, the person they trusted most in the world, stands accused of being the architect of their demise. The details of the case are as chilling as they are heartbreaking. The eldest of the 3, Georgina, was just 9 years old when she lost her life in January of 2022. Her death was initially seen as a tragic medical mystery, as she had been suffering from unexplained convulsions that rendered her quadriplegic since April of the previous year. But as investigators dug deeper, they uncovered a chilling truth. Forensic examinations pointed to the administration of ketamine, an anesthetic, as the cause of her death, a substance that her mother, as a trained nurse, had easy access to. Roula Pispirigou, the woman at the center of this disturbing case, vehemently denies all charges against her, but as the layers of this tragedy are peeled back, the evidence against her seems to be mounting. The trial began with the accusation of the attempted premeditated homicide and premeditated homicide of her eldest daughter, 9-year-old Georgina, who lost her life in January 2022. Georgina had been in and out of the hospital since April of 2021, suffering from convulsions that left her quadriplegic. The young girl's condition baffled doctors. Despite their best efforts, they could not pinpoint the cause of her debilitating ailment. As Georgina's health continued to decline, her mother, Roula Pispirigou, was always by her side. As a trained nurse, she was well equipped to understand the medical jargon and procedures. She was the one who reported the onset of her daughter's convulsions and other symptoms. But behind this image of a caring mother, a sinister plot was allegedly unfolding. Georgina's condition worsened over the months and she was rendered quadriplegic. Her life, full of promise and potential, was reduced to hospital beds and medical procedures. Yet the cause of her condition remained elusive, until a shocking revelation turned the case on its head. Forensic examinations conducted after Georgina's untimely death revealed the presence of an anesthetic, ketamine, in her system. This discovery was the missing piece of the puzzle that doctors had been desperately searching for. It explained Georgina's symptoms and her tragic demise, but it also raised a chilling question. How did a 9-year-old girl end up with an anesthetic in her system? The answer to that question led the authorities straight back to Roula Pispirigou. The trained nurse, the caring mother, was now the prime suspect in her own daughter's death. The administration of ketamine, an anesthetic typically used in veterinary medicine and occasionally in human medicine, was not something Georgina could have done herself. The shocking revelation came when forensic examinations pointed to the administration of ketamine as the cause of her death. This finding marked a significant turning point in the case, transforming it from a medical mystery to a horrifying tale of alleged filicide. The mystery illness that had plagued Georgina was no longer a mystery, but the start of a tragic story that would send shockwaves through the nation. Roula Pispirigou vehemently denies all charges against her. She stands accused of the most heinous crime a mother could commit, the murder of her own children, a crime that has left the nation stunned and searching for answers. The trial has become a spectacle of its own, with Pispirigou at the center of a media storm, her every move, every expression scrutinized and picked apart. The courtroom has become a battleground, with the prosecution presenting a formidable case against her. The evidence, they argue, is overwhelming. It points to a calculated and premeditated act of violence. Forensic examinations, medical records, and witness testimonies all align in a chilling narrative. The prosecution paints a picture of Pispirigou as a woman who used her medical knowledge to harm those she was supposed to protect. The trial, which has stretched on for nearly a year, has seen 89 sessions and over 60 witnesses. Each day brings new revelations, new pieces to a disturbing puzzle. Yet Pispirigou maintains her innocence, her defense team fighting tooth and nail against the mounting evidence. The media has not been kind to Pispirigou. They have labeled her as the modern-day Medea, a reference to the infamous figure in Greek mythology who killed her own children. It's a comparison that has stirred the public's imagination and fueled a growing sense of outrage. Yet, amidst the media frenzy and public outcry, there are those who caution against rushing to judgment. They argue that Pispirigou is innocent until proven guilty, a cornerstone of our justice system. They implore the public to wait for the verdict, to trust in the process. As the trial continues, the question remains: is Pispirigou a victim of a flawed system or a monstrous mother capable of the unthinkable? Only time will tell. The alleged triple infanticide has sparked outrage across Greece. The public, unable to comprehend such a heinous act, has been left in shock and disbelief. The nation, traditionally known for its strong family values, has responded with a profound sense of betrayal and anger. Social media platforms flooded with hashtags demanding justice and news outlets relentlessly covering every twist and turn of the trial. The case of Roula Pispirigou has gripped the country in a state of collective outrage. In the midst of the public tumult, the face of the accused, Roula Pispirigou, has become a symbol of evil for many. Her name has been dragged through the mud, her character dissected and judged in the court of public opinion. The hostility towards her has been palpable, and at times has threatened to cross the line of civility. The media has dubbed her the modern-day Medea, a chilling reference to the mythical Greek character who killed her own children. This comparison has fueled the flames of public anger, further isolating Pispirigou and painting her as a monster in the eyes of the nation. The public demand for justice has been so intense that some have called for the ultimate punishment. They demand a life for a life, a sentiment that echoes the ancient principle of an eye for an eye. The cries for retribution have become so loud that Pispirigou has had to wear a bulletproof vest during her court appearances, a stark reminder of the public's thirst for vengeance. Yet, amidst the public outcry, a question lingers. Is this a rush to judgment? Is the anger and desire for revenge blinding us from the possibility of a different narrative? As the trial progresses, the nation holds its breath, waiting for answers, waiting for justice. For now, Pispirigou has faced hostility. The court of public opinion has rendered its verdict, but the court of law is yet to decide. As the trial continues, the nation watches closely, hoping for the truth to prevail. In a surprising turn of events, Pispirigou's lawyer announced a request for a psychological evaluation. This sudden twist in the story presents an entirely new perspective on the disturbing case. Alexis Kougias, the defense attorney, has put forth a theory that could potentially explain Pispirigou's actions. He has suggested that his client may be suffering from a particular psychological disorder known as Munchausen syndrome. Munchausen syndrome is a mental health disorder where a person pretends to be ill or deliberately produces symptoms of illness in themselves. But there's an even darker side to this condition. It can extend to causing harm to others, often children under their care, to gain attention and sympathy. This variant of the disorder is known as Munchausen syndrome by proxy. This theory, if proven, could dramatically alter the course of the trial, perhaps even the public perception of Pispirigou. Alexis Kougias revealed that he believes his client may suffer from Munchausen syndrome, a condition where individuals fake or induce illness in themselves or others. As the trial unfolds, Greece grapples with the shocking details of this tragic case. The story of Roula Pispirigou and her three daughters has held the nation in its chilling grip. The courtroom has become a battleground for truth, and the public waits with bated breath for each new revelation. This case, a tragic tale of familial bonds torn asunder, has become a relentless quest for justice. The anticipation is palpable. The streets of Patra, once quiet, now echo with the whispers of the townsfolk, their conversations filled with theories and speculations. The media is ablaze with daily updates, each headline more shocking than the last. The nation, once a mere spectator, has now become a jury of its own. As the courtroom doors close each day, the public verdict is whispered in hushed tones, awaiting the final judgment. The nation watches closely as justice seeks to uncover the truth behind the deaths of three innocent children. Stay tuned for more about this shocking event as the trials keep going till this day. Subscribe to MystiQuest channel and be part of the mystery hunt. See you on the next one.